L'ambasciatore israeliano.
The common denominator is that their sons are being held by Hamas. And we met the president of the Camera, the president of the parliament in Italy, who makes the vice president of the European Parliament. Our expectation is a recognition, solidarity, but also action from this institution, because there is one address clearly responsible for the fact that these people that are more than 8 years being held by Hamas without information about their destiny, without any access to anybody to see what happened to them, is what is the situation. And these institutions, the Camera in Italy, the European Parliament, have the possibility to take decision and to influence the Hamas in order to finally allow the information and the sons to go back to their families. I say this because the mother and the brother, the mother of Hadar Golding and the brother is here. Decisions and bills are important, but even more important is to implement them.
My son, Hadar Goldin, and Chemi, his brother, he was on August 1st, 2014, during this Operation Protective Edge, the Hamas launched thousands of missiles over Israel. He was killed and captured 2 hours after ceasefire was declared and was grabbed into the underground terror tunnel. So my son Hadar is actually a victim of a ceasefire rather than a victim of a war. And since this ceasefire was brokered by the United Nations, by the United States, supported by the EU, we actually feel the international community should bear some responsibility for his return, no less than they did for the ceasefire. Now, since then, we've been walking the world, had a lot of progress at the UN Security Council resolution, in Europe, at the EU, at the European Parliament resolution. It was only last week was another one, actually stating that this is violation of the international humanitarian law. And my son Hadar Goldin and Oron Shaul and other soldiers, along with two citizens mentally ill, they should be returned immediately and unconditionally. I mean, the Hamas cannot hold the stick on both sides, benefit the humanitarian law by humanitarian support, and then violate it. This is illegal. And we actually have been a lot to Europe and now in Italy to ask your help, because you have leverage. You have leverage on countries, not just on Hamas, on countries that support Gaza. And we met the Pope. He was crying with us. It's not just the Hamas. Hamas is a terror organization. We don't expect them to change. I mean, they actually do attack us as family by their terror. But the influence should go indirectly to all countries that support Hamas. And they cannot exist one day without the support of the international community.
And I hope that everyone who sees that will take a responsibility as a family, that no mother should be kept from her sons. I hope that all families that sees us will support this issue that is a family right, a very basically family right all around the world for Christian, Jews and Muslims alike.